Hello Prep 2, welcome to my new garden. It's very, very exciting. There's been lots and lots of change going on over the last week. For me, I've moved house, as you know, which has been a massive change for me and for Olive and for my cat and for Mr. Loudon too. And I was thinking about change and how we've all had a lot of change recently, haven't we? Lots of things have changed and become quite different. And that will continue for a little while. But I was also thinking about how change isn't always a bad thing. Some change can be really, really good, and it can help us learn and to develop. I want you to have a think. Think about what change actually means. I think it's the process of something becoming different. So that could be something very positive, couldn't it? Think about the seasons and how they change. That's always quite exciting when the seasons change, isn't it? You grow up. You didn't always. There's a really big pigeon that's just flown through. I'm not used to all this wildlife. When you were little, you were very, very small, weren't you? Just like Olive when she was a tiny baby. And you have now changed and you have become so grown up like you are today. I was also looking at some of the seeds that we planted a couple of weeks ago, and Olive and I planted some sunflower seeds and they're quite big now. Maybe I'll put some photos on at the end to show you. I'm hoping that some of your seeds have changed and they have grown into some plants too. If they have, I'd like to see some photos. And in nature, there are so many changes all around us, particularly at this time of year. I was also thinking about how different creatures can change. So I was thinking this week about tadpoles. Do you ever go and see them in a pond? So they start off as frog spawn and they're like little jelly balls with little black dots in, and then they become those wiggly tadpoles, and then they eventually turn into frogs. Isn't that crazy? That sort of change is so impressive and remarkable, just like a butterfly. And I know quite a few of you have been looking after some caterpillars that are now going to be turning into butterflies, which is amazing. I think I might try and do that next year. Change gives us an opportunity, doesn't it? It gives us an opportunity to change and to grow. And although we can't always change our circumstances, some things are out of our control, but we can change the way that we approach them and the way that we look at them. And if we're not scared of change, then I think that can help us out in a long way, in a lot of different reasons for that too. It is good to be open to change. Now we know not every bit of change is always for what we would feel is the best at that time, but it's part of life and it's inevitable that things do change, and we have to look for all of the good things that bring that with them. Now I'm going to put some photos and maybe a couple of extra video clips towards the end, just so that I can show you some of the changes that we've had this week. And it's been quite a crazy week in the Loudon house, but change is good, and I'm learning that. Even though I'm surrounded by lots and lots of boxes and crazy things going on, change is quite good and I'm quite enjoying it. So I'm hoping you're going to enjoy the work that we've got set up for this week. I've got a few days work on the Google Classroom ready to go for you, and I will then be adding the rest on in a day or so once I'm back at school, because I've got no internet at my house. I don't know if I can deal with that change quite yet, but I will get all of your lessons up for you so that you can carry on with those. We've got The Dragon Machine as our focus book for English, which I'm thinking you are really going to love. It's a beautiful book and it's lots of fun. And we've got lots of great things happening this week. And of course, this is our last week before half term. Next week is half term. And again, that's a little bit different to what it is usually. But it still means that you have a week off without me coming into your homes via video. Okay. I will see you again later on this week for our Zoom assembly, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you all again. I'm sorry that I couldn't make it last week. There were technical issues that just meant that I couldn't get to see you, and I'm very sorry about that. But keep on sending me your work and I will see you soon. Bye.